Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match. This is the Cup of Nations 2015 Attila tournament. Second group stage, group 6, match between me. I'm playing as the Allens, of course, on planes. Against USSR's Sonic, who is the Ostrogoths. And originally he was disqualified for not really playing any games close to the deadline, but he actually came back and he started playing his games, so we'll see how this one in particular goes. So again, I'm gonna go over my build. I have a Germanic Noble, Brace General. I have 5 Germanic Archers, so a lot of them. Up front, 2 Germanic Pikes, supported by a Noble Germanic Swordsman on each flank, just for the morale support and for the extra tankiness in case he decides to charge in. Then on my left flank I have 3 Germanic Horsemen, Gold 1, an Elite Agathyrsi Warrior with a Noble Germanic Swordsman. So I still have the Encourage over here. Aura, it's pretty important. Then on my right flank, 3 Germanic Horsemen, 2 Gold 1, 1 Gold 2, Noble Germanic Swordsman, and an Elite Agathyrsi Warrior once again. So I guess this is a fairly standard build by me, because it has a lot of I mean, it's fairly balanced. It has everything. It has pikes, it has archers, it has decent amount of cav, it has swords, it has encourage units, so it's very basic overall, my build. But it's I would say it's quite strong anyway. So at this point I decide to move up my archers first because I don't want to let him shoot at me. And he actually moves in range, so I'm like, okay, this is very good for me. I get the first shot off. I'm using standard shot, which is probably not best. And now I'm starting to focus on his units, but I got the first shot, so normally I should get... I should be in a fairly good position, right? But as you can see here, I'm actually losing the skirmish engagement somehow, despite actually getting the first shot off. It doesn't really make much sense to me anyway. Like, how was that even a thing? As you can see, my unit here is already wavering and his isn't. Well, now it is, but mine routed. Not quite sure why, because I have Noble Germanics supporting with in terms of morale. And now my second archer unit routed, and at this point I'm like, whoa, I lost the skirmish engagement. Okay, I'm not quite sure why. I had the first shot and everything. And he still has 4 archers left to my 3. So this one I have to do something, so I move up. I'm like, wow, I lost the skirmish engagement. I have to charge into his archers. So I kind of do it, but then pull out. And it doesn't really pull out. As you can see, like, 2 guys got stuck, so I couldn't really pull out of there. I had to continue pulling out to make it work, but I'm gonna lose some men. I try to charge back in here because his pikes aren't set up. I noticed that he set him up, so now I went around and I'm actually gonna be able to get a decent charge off into his units here. Gonna kill a few Noble Germanic Swords. I pull back my Noble Germanics here so I can get a charge off, but unfortunately I still get my Germanics caught. Though my Elite Agathyrsi are gonna make it here and they're gonna kill this Germanic Horseman, no problem. I'm starting to flank around with this Germanic Horseman. It's going to do a lot of damage for me. I'm moving up my general because I am, and now this is gonna be huge. As you can see here, he doesn't give a counter charge to his horseman on his right flank. I didn't actually go over his build because as you can see, like, everything is happening so fast. I'm just gonna go over it after, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, he has like 3 Gothic pikes and like a mix. I'm gonna go over it after the game. Just everything started so fast I forgot it. This was a quick game. So yeah, I'm breaking through his right flank very quickly because I got the charges off on his cav. He didn't, and his support wasn't really there at that time, but I got the Agathyrsi through. And my right isn't looking as great, but now Noble Germanics, mine will definitely lose against his Gold 2 ones. But his Gold 2 ones have already lost men to my Germanics. Here I broke through his cav, of course, because I had like 3 units up against it basically. So I'm sending this unit back in case I need a reserve. Here I'm also breaking through his forces. I'm gonna get this nice flanking charge on the Noble Germanics and then I'm gonna pull out. But He's doing a nice thing focusing his archers onto my cav, but this does allow me to kill his archers with my own archers. And I'm breaking through his left flank fairly easily at this point. This Germanic horseman off the field. Elite Agathyrsi supporting and doing damage to his cav. He's actually activated Brace, which is good for him because this means against cavalry he'll do a much better job. And these guys will just tank very well. I'm gonna get into his Germanic Noble General again with a charge. I'm gonna charge this Noble Germanic as well. As you can see, it's not braced, it's not in shield wall, so the damage it'll take is insane. It should rout very, very soon. As you can see, it's just telling me the effect instead of telling me what the unit is and stuff. So yeah, my Agathyrsi here are going to mop up these Noble Germanic Horsemen, no question about it. My Agathyrsi, 116 men, so yeah, they're in an insanely good position. I'm gonna keep pulling out and charging this Germanic Noble, because if I can kill this general, that's very important. And he's actually doing some friendly fire to his own general, so this is great for me. Now I'm gonna get a rear charge onto these units. As you can see here, with Agathyrsi support, this unit of Noble Germanic Swords breaks off the field. And now I'm gonna be able to get into his Germanic Archers as well with Germanic Horsemen. And once again, more Germanic Horsemen going through and wrecking his skirmisher lines. Now I'm rear charging with Elite Agathyrsi Warriors. This is gonna do a lot of damage, attacking the rear of the Noble Germanic Swordsmen. Even Noble Germanic Swordsmen are gonna take damage from that. And basically the game is over at this point. It's a decisive victory. So let's look at the statistics. You can see my Elite Agathyrsi Warriors definitely paying for themselves there. They're really nice units to use as a flanking force. And my Pikes holding in the center. Noble Germanics doing what they needed to do, which is basically hold, while my Elite Agathyrsi punch through with support of Germanic Horsemen. So fairly basic army composition by me. And again, I forgot to go over his build, so let's go over it again. Well, Germanic Noble General, I didn't quite see what he had. Oh yeah, he had Brace, because he used it at some point in the battle. Then 3 Gothic Pikes, 5 Noble Germanic Swordsmen, gold 2, all of them. So fairly tanky units. Then he had 5 Germanic Archers, basically the same thing as me. Then 4 Germanic Horsemen, gold 3, and then 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen, 1 vanilla and 1 bronze 1. So he opted for an interesting switch in his cav contingent. He got the ones with Encourage, which is an interesting thing to do, of course. I still prefer 6 gold 3 Germanic Horsemen or something similar, but I think that's something that's viable too, what he did there. I mean, it gives him slightly more morale overall. But yeah, that is the game, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.